Quick, we gotta find the trap though. The washerwoman knows nothing. No, she won't say anything. That's a difference. Maybe the twins know something
The
about Ruby.
scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Bye kids, take care. I'm not gonna tell them they're stupid. That's stupid. We need to get to the church. The church is up here. And then to this place, to the tower. Have I seen something here? No. It's windy, but it's a really cool atmosphere, Kim. Look, the trees are moving. And everything is like a dream. We kind of need to get around here. We need to get back. Why are these guards here? We need to get back. We've got the fallen pants. We're definitely strong now. Come on.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Hey-oh-ho!
There's no echo and no answer.
There's a slit. Kim, any idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachel's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there?
I hope not.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
I don't know. A stone drain. A stoner drain. A stone drain. Are you still standing there in the rain with your kid? Maybe have you seen her? Have you seen her?
Hello again.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around, Trent?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
He pats his son's head.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Okay. But what's here? Is there a secret message? Another power box. Its charge is nothing now. It's empty. We can't get behind this. Necessity-driven architectural design at its finest. But what? Where is she hiding? Ruby. Ruby. We don't mean no harm. Not directly, anyways. We're getting towards the church, but not to the church. Get back here, will you? Wait. There's magnesium. And superstar sunglasses. There's another one of these traps, but not anything. Oh, we see more. What's in here? More money. It's real. What's in this? Look at that, Kim.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
It's true. Why this many?
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
What do the people look
A
like?
host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world.
What is the person standing on the side?
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
And the line of soldiers?
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Men of duty. Dark duty.
Who were they?
Murderers, twisted by orders. Young boys forced into killing.
Kim, who was who in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Lieutenant Nords.
Or maybe...
What about people from the coalition, the so-called moralists?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Creepy past. An old ticket booth, no longer in operation. We paid money to park here. No one would pay now. There must be money in here somewhere. Right? Right? What is here? A man. Who are you, man?
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave.
Yes.
He appears completely at ease, like a common holidaymaker.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign la responsabilité.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
But where? How?
God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
What? Where is he then? You knew there was something strange about this one. He's an astral projection, a bureaucratic phantasm. He's speaking figuratively. He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
Attempt to stick your hand through his astral form.
Mais que faites-vous, officer?
Your hand bumps up against the man's solid, if somewhat fleshy chest.
Yes, I was wondering the same thing. What are you doing?
He said he wasn't really here. I had to make sure he was in an astral projection.
No, don't be silly. We're simply speaking in an informal capacity. Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
How, I need to get in touch, you know.
Yes, you've made your persistence quite clear. Under normal circumstances, I would have to insist you go through the regular channels.
But we know each other, right?
No. You can't let them give you the runaround.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
What's the Coalition Warship
Officer,
Archer?
you mean to say that you haven't noticed the giant Coalition aerostatic peacefully patrolling the skies over Revachol?
You follow the man's gaze out toward the west. There, hanging some distance above the horizon, you can just make out a strange silhouette. It looks, to your eye, like some kind of long metallic fish, suspended beneath a number of ceiling fans.
Is that Dolores Day?
Not just any fish. It moves like some ancient bottom feeder gliding over the ocean floor in search of prey.
It's, it looks like a fish.
Fascinating. I always thought it was more like a dragonfly. But isn't it interesting how humanity always finds inspiration in nature?
Why do I need to go through the Archer to speak to the
You
committee?
see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
It's watching us too.
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments. I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristol-Mune Conventions.
Well, how does one go about contacting a coalition warship?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it, so it might be safer to get in touch from the ground. But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on coalition frequencies.
Sooner has that.
And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum. I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
Do you know any of these?
Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
And what were you doing here?
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And well, I wished to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yes. There's nothing like a stroll along the coast to lift one's spirits.
You don't know there was a mass execution right over there.
Really? Here? How can you be sure?
For one, that wall over there is covered in bullet holes.
Ah? Is that what those pockmarks are? I might have guessed. Fascinating how much history is contained right here, if only one knows where to look for it.
Are you just going to let him get away with these generalities and euphemisms?
I'm sure the communards who were killed here take a different view.
Yes, the loss of human life was truly catastrophic. This is why the Coalition is so focused on preventing another war. Our peacekeeping mission is a testament to this. Thankfully, the region is becoming more and more stable. I'm confident that atrocities like this belong in the past. The future is... tranquilo bilou.
Tranquilo, below?
What?
Let's not get into this. You can't argue with someone who uses words like tranquilo, below.
There was something else I wanted to ask you
bon?
about.
I'm all ears, officer.
Okay, nothing
Always
more.
my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sunday. Mr. Sunday. Is there anything? A door, building a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? She could be. Where are we? And what is this? Well, we need to get to the phasmid. Phasmidia. That wasn't the one, though. We were far further out there. Behind the behind. And a place truly out there. Not here either. There's the church here, or wasn't there? It's kind of really weird here. Where are we now? We need to get to that. To that church. I mean, I suppose we're somewhere here, and the church is here. It's getting dark already. What is this about? There's the church. The locusts. The phasmid. Out there, the last trap. Hello? Are you here, phasmid? Someone sick needs you.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower, took the shot there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Maybe he used the campfire.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year.
He looks around.
Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it?
Look over the water to the building in rags.
1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air. You see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. a glowing light on the third floor of the Whirling in Rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
But where? But where, really? I don't really know, Kim. There could be something. Here you are, trap.
The reeds dance slowly around the empty trap. The trap's netting trembles.
New locusts.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When can we get to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it. All the traps are stocked now, and still no sight of the phasmid. Return to Morel and let him know.
Yeah, we could do that, but maybe also, maybe not. The here and now is very important, Kim. Did you know that? The here and now is decisive. The best laid plans go to waste and stay dreams, because there might never be time to fulfill them. You must prepare for everything and be in good shape. Then you can act on what life throws at you. What's up here?